welcome back to another Let's Play of Nancy Drew Secrets of Scarlet Hand. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I may have forgotten the title of it. This is the Scarlet Hand, the 6th game. When we last left off, Hendrix has amnesia, so we need to go to the Beach Hill Museum and talk to Joanna. Because there's a lot of people we need to talk to in this video, so... First off, we're going to talk to Joanna.
Come in. First the Bacall carving is stolen, and now my star glyph man bumps his head and forgets his own name? What's next, Nancy? Del Rio pulls the plug on the monolith, the board clams up on my funding, my mother posts my old prom pictures on the internet.
Prom pictures?
Take it easy, Joanna. I'm sure everything is going to be okay.
What I need from you right now is action, not commentary, Nancy. Will you follow up with the hospital and see if there's anything we can do to get Henrik's marbles back?
I'll call right away.
You can also pick up Henrik's mail if he gets any. Keep the lab in order and just try to help me keep the entire museum from going up in smoke.
I've got work to do.
Semper ubi sabubi.
I have no idea what she said, but we gotta handle this museum situation because Hendrix has lost his memory, but we're definitely going to talk to him soon. But first, we need to make a call from the doctor, which is another person to talk to. Going at the lab.
This message is for Nancy Drew. Hi, Nancy. This is Nurse Bluefoot calling from Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial Hospital in regards to Henrik Vanderheun. I believe you're a colleague of his? Since Mr. Vanderheun was admitted, he has repeated your name several times in states of semi-consciousness. As we've been unable to contact any of his family members, we're hoping you might be willing to act as Henrik's support person as he begins the difficult process of restoring his memory. Please call me as soon as possible to discuss this. My direct line is 202-555-4000. Thank you.
To replay messages, press 0. Press 9.
Okay, we're going to call the doctor. Or the nurse, to be precise.
This is Nurse Bluefoot.
Nurse Bluefoot, this is Nancy Drew. You left me a message regarding Henrik Vanderheun. How is he?
Nancy Drew? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I'm so relieved. We've been unable to locate any family members, and we do like amnesia patients to have at least one personal support person when they begin reality orientation.
What's reality orientation?
Well, reality orientation is a kind of treatment that helps a patient get reacquainted with the facts and circumstances of his or her life. Henrik has not actually lost his memory. It's just that his brain is injured in such a way that he can't access the place where the memories are stored.
Interesting.
I see. So we need to help him find the trail of crumbs. Is that it?
Exactly. First, we do repetitive memory exercises to help Henrik relearn the basic facts, like his name and address, the name of his parakeet, if he has one, the date, and so on. Second, we try to stimulate Henrik's sensory memories in order to help trigger or find the way back to his cognitive memories.
What are cognitive memories?
A cognitive memory is something that you know or remember intellectually. For example, how do you know the name of this planet? Somewhere along the way you learn that it's called Earth, and you just remember. But say you bump your head and forget the name of this planet. You don't know where in the solar system you're floating.
That would be most unfortunate.
Exactly. But then I show you a picture of our marvelous blue and green globe. Suddenly you remember. That glorious sight is Earth. I live on the planet Earth. This is how a sensory memory can trigger a cognitive or intellectual one.
What if the patient doesn't remember right away?
You can't help Henrik remember his childhood, but you can probably help him remember his work, and who knows where that will take him. All roads lead to Rome, as they say. One great tool is the Reality Orientation Board. This is a place to post information and pictures for the patient to look at over a period of time. You may want to bring in images or photos to place on the board. Things from the museum, perhaps.
So basically, in other words, what we need to do is whenever you play this game, what you need to do is that you need to place pictures to get Henrik to remember them. Like this one, for example. But I'll show you how this works. It's just first off, we need to talk to this nurse about visiting hours.
I see. Well, I'll be happy to help in any way I can. When are visiting hours?
Visiting hours are 10 to 4 every day, if the patient is not engaged in treatment and if he seems stable.
Great. Is there anything else?
Just remember, Henrik's brain has been knocked around like a peanut in its shell. He may have attention difficulties, headaches, anxiety. Sometimes he may seem giddy, too. We need to keep these conditions in check. Don't push him too hard, or he may have some kind of meltdown.
Well, the last thing we want is a meltdown. I'll go easy on him.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we now know exactly what we need to do. So let's go visit him to the hospital. The hospital is up here. And we're going to talk to him first.
You look familiar. Is it time for my snack?
Henrik, it's me, Nancy. You're looking very well. I'm here to help with your memory exercises so you can come back to Beach Hill as soon as possible.
Beach Hill?
Beach Hill is a museum here in Washington, D.C. The curator's name is Joanna Riggs. You were working there, and that's where your accident happened. Do you remember anything about the accident?
Joanna Riggs. Is that the woman who called to pick my brain for an access code?
Joanna called? What did you tell her?
Where in my poor banged-up head would I be keeping access codes? I don't even remember my own birthday. So if you're here to squeeze me for details, you're wasting your time.
Actually, Nurse Bluefoot thinks with regular visits, I may be able to help you get your memory back more quickly.
How, pray tell, do you intend to do that?
I'll visit, we'll talk. Sometimes I'll bring you pictures.
Pictures? Well, isn't this nice?
Come on, Henrik. You'll feel much better once things start coming back to you. I've got a picture with me if you'd like to give it a try.
Fine, I'll do it.
Okay, so this is how it works. You have to show him this. And then this is where you get to choose the dialogue.
Great. These are Maya glyphs, like the ones you used to translate. Now, don't be upset if you don't know how to read them anymore. I can tell you what they mean.
I know what they mean, dear. I wrote them.
Now this is interesting.
I'm sure you have written them at one time or another in your career. So, what do you think this is all about? The magician suffers yellow death.
Your translator is sloppy. I should know. I am the author of the original work.
Author?
The author? What are you talking about?
That first glyph is the fool, not the magician. Furthermore, any decent epigrapher knows those glyphs refer to the infamous plague of oozing hives. A fitting curse for a fool, don't you think? I rather like it.
If you wrote this note, then you must have stolen the carving of King Pakal. Did you?
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
I'm investigating the theft of the Pakal carving. Please, Henrik, try to remember something.
Who in the world is Pakal? Oh, my head. Oh, the pressure. I can't take any more today, Nancy.
Okay, it's time for some memory therapy. Nancy, could you come back tomorrow?
Well, we're not getting anywhere with him, so let's talk to some people, which is going to be Taylor Sinclair first. Then we're going to go to Alejandro's, and lastly, we're going to head back to the hotel. Why is that? Because we need to talk to Hendrix once again. Whoops.
It's a fiasco, just as I feared. Oh, I'm sick about the whole thing.
Yes, your fears seem to have been quite visionary.
I was in the museum when it happened.
Have you spoken to the police?
I told them everything I know. I mean, I coughed up my brains right there on the table.
So, do you think this is linked to the thefts in Topeka and New Mexico?
That awful red hand was left on Prudence Rutherford's jewelry box in Topeka and on the display case in the museum in New Mexico. What's the chance they're not connected?
Do you know Prudence Rutherford personally?
Oh, we saw each other at functions now and then. Poor Prudence. She adored that necklace.
What's the name of the museum in New Mexico?
The Chaco Canyon Cultural Center. They had a beautiful collection up there, worth a bundle, too. I appraised some pieces for them a few years back.
I need a photo of the Pakal carving. Do you have one?
Joanna took the official print for her insurance claim, but I have a couple extras. Here you go. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Alright, so this is what we need. So let's go talk to Alejandro.
Hello, Nancy.
Why did Mexico choose to lend the monolith to Beach Hill and not some other museum?
Joanna Riggs outbid everyone. I had no idea a small museum like Beach Hill could afford such an expensive arrangement.
Do you know much about Maya glyphs?
You've got me there. I know Spanish, English, Portuguese, several indigenous languages, including Quiche and Nahuatl, but I have yet to learn the language of glyphs.
Do you consider Henrik a conquistador, along with Joanna Riggs and Sinclair?
Henrik is a student of my culture and my heritage, not trying to buy and sell it. We don't agree on everything, especially not baseball, but I have nothing against him.
Okay, so he has nothing against Hendrik, but he has something against Taylor and Joanna. Interesting.
Have you heard? The Pakal carving was stolen from the museum.
Well, I heard the alarms going off, but it wasn't until Henry called me that I heard the news.
You don't sound very concerned about all of this.
I was running late. I just figured somebody tripped a wire and I kept going. Whew.
I'll need to alert the police so they can ask you some questions.
I have diplomatic immunity, so I do not have to answer any questions. But I will because I have nothing to hide.
Don't you care about the disappearance of such a rare Maya artifact?
That artifact was lost to me as soon as it left Mexican soil. So my friend Pakal goes underground for a while until he is sold again. Suddenly, he turns up in Amsterdam or Hong Kong. Unless he is rightfully repatriated to Mexico, what's the difference?
Do you know what cinnabar is?
The red powder that the Maya used? Sure, I know it. They use it at Beach Hill too, do they not?
They do use it at the museum, but Joanna told me they haven't been able to get any in a while.
What is your point?
Joanna said the museum didn't have any, but the supplier said she ordered some last week.
Have you called the police?
I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Of course. Sister Joanna couldn't possibly be a thief now, could she?
My goodness.
Have you heard? Henrik Vanderheun fell off the pyramid at the museum. He's in the hospital with a mysterious head injury.
That is terrible news. I hope it's not too serious.
I should get back to the museum.
Yes, you should.
Really? Well, I guess he wants some answers of this whole situation, but still. Anyways, let's head back to the hotel because we gotta go back to the hospital. And I do remember that the schedule has to be around 10 a.m. of visiting hours to 4 a.m. Okay, so now let's head back to the hospital. We're going to go to this board here and place this picture. And then we're going to talk to him.
Well, look who it is.
Hi, Henrik. I've come to talk Maya Kings. Let's see if this photo rings any bells. This will help you to remember.
That face. He's as familiar as my own feet.
Can you remember the last time you saw him?
Pakal! Nancy, this is the stolen carving, isn't it? And I'm the one who took it. I must have. But why? Oh, Pakal! What could I have meant by this?
Uh-oh.
If you're remembering correctly, this is a serious crime, Henrik. You've got to tell me why you did it.
I can't remember.
You can't remember.
Easy, Henrik. The answers are in your head. You just need to find them.
It's still in the museum.
Okay, so he said it's still in the museum.
Why would you break into the display case and steal the carving only to leave it in the museum?
To protect him. I had to protect him. Oh, Pakal! Something is going on at that museum, a devious plot. I was the only one who could stand in the way.
Okay.
What kind of plot?
Forgive me, Nancy, but when I woke up in this hospital bed, I didn't even know my own name. Perhaps the only thing I can offer you is this key. It was found in one of my pockets when I was brought in.
Okay, maybe the key goes to the lock where you...
Do you know what lock it belongs to?
I haven't a clue. Take the key now, Nancy. Find out what it opens and return to me, please, with some answers.
You can count on me, Henrik.
In the meantime, I'll sit with my friend Pakal and see if he will tell me anything new. You must keep this to yourself for now. It's your only hope of getting to the bottom of this.
We can talk to Hendrik about everything else. But I don't think he will remember. But let's ask him one more.
Henrik, I need to know where you put the Pakal carving.
I don't know.
Okay, he doesn't know, so...
You rest up. I'll be back.
I'll do my best.
Okay, so... visiting hours isn't over, but... we do need to head back to the museum. Basically because... something about this key... not this one. This one right here. We have to go to the lab. We have to go to the lab and... basically, I believe this key could lead to... could lead to here.
It's locked.
Yeah, now I remember. This one is a disc.
It's locked.
Hold on. There's probably more to this. If I can remember correctly. No, there isn't. There isn't a lot.
It's locked.
There's another there's another drawer that's locked, and it's this one right here. It's a book that gives us number stations, decoding the numbers.
Looks like I need to find someone who speaks Nahuatl.
And then we have this one right here. I don't remember if I did look at this one when I first played this. But I do believe that, let's see. Do believe that, you know. Look, we got something here. Uh-oh. The police called. They wanted me to go down to the station for further questioning. Something about an anonymous tip. Do. I hate time for this. I have time for this. Hold down the fort while I'm gone. Will you please? And basically it says, I left my office open. If you need anything, be back soon, Joanna. So we got a letter from Joanna. And since she's gone to the station, let's go to that room. It looks like we're all by ourselves in the museum right now. Hendrik is in the hospital. And Joanna is in the, Why did I knock? Joanna is in the thing. Okay. Okay, we can look at the magnifying glass over here. But there's not much here, except possibly some sort of red substance. But we need to go back to the laboratory, because I believe there's something else that we need to do here. There's something else that we need to do in that lab. You're probably wondering what that is. Well, let's see if there are any phone messages.
You have voicemail.
Nancy, it's Joanna. The police are done giving me the 3rd degree, but now the board has suspended me. To make a long story short, I'm forbidden to set foot in the museum. Could you please call Franklin Rose and try to reason with him? If we don't get a move on, this exhibit is going straight down the tubes.
To replay messages, press 0.
Okay, so we found out why Joanna is in the station. It's because she's been questioning of something that she possibly did not do. And now it's like she's suspended from her duties in the museum. So we gotta figure out what's going on with that. Things are not looking good as usual. But what I do know for certain is that things are quite as complicated as it seems. And I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how to feel about this. But it looks like we gotta go back to the hotel. I think we do need to talk to Franklin and Rose about something. Something to do with Joanna. I think we might have said something to Alejandro about Joanna being, you know. Let's see. This goes here. We turn this on. No. We turn this on. And we definitely needed a password for this. But we don't know the password. I know this one is Coco Kringles, but I don't know this one because this is a new disc. So, I think we're going to have to stop from here. I'm going to save the game, and then I'll be right back with the next part of this LP, where we have to do some stuff for the museum and try to figure out what has been going on with Joanna and all that stuff. So stay tuned for more.